All right, y'all. So check this out, man. So last week I made a video, and um, the video was about who I thought would be the hardest boss in Suicide Squad. Now, come to find out, last week we find out once all the creators got their hands-on impressions out and stuff like that, you find out that the Flash was the very first boss you fight in the game. But I'm not gonna harbor too much on that topic. It was a comment under that video, and shout out to MK Ultra 420. He brought something to my attention. I feel like I should talk about it because a lot was confirmed in the Q&A that happened a few days ago, and in the hands-on impressions that was dropped. So he said, I believe Batman is not last. I believe the final boss will be Brainiac and him controlling Superman. The rest of the Justice League will help the Suicide Squad in the last mission. Post-game will show the world is too damaged and they send Flash back in time before the game starts, but still after Arkham Knight. Now, that is gonna lead into today's topic and what I'm gonna talk about, because it's interesting when with this comment, because that is a really good concept and a really cool idea, but I believe that in the Q&A, one of the devs decided to openly tell us what post-launch is gonna be for this game. Now, I do think multiverse is gonna be in this game, but not in the way that we want, and I'm gonna get into that in a little bit later on in the video. So right now I want to talk about the boss, Brainiac. Brainiac being the boss of the end of the game. From what I've read, Brainiac will not be the final boss in this game. I think what they're gonna do, Brainiac is supposed to be post-launch. So post-launch content, in-game content. So basically, Brainiac will still be doing a bunch of things that we would have to, put a stop to. And I don't have the question, but I do have what one of the devs said, and this has something to do with Metropolis evolving and things like that. So he said, this is something we knew we wanted to do from the start, to be able to keep Metropolis evolving along with our players, and seeing how Brainiac has the ability to phase in portions from other worlds. Metropolis is constantly shifting battlefield, and as your battle with Brainiac and the Justice League progresses, you can expect the city to change along with it. Not only across the duration of the story, but post-launch also. This was very important for us in the dev team, to be able to create a city which players could experience, enjoy, learn all about routes through, and then be able to switch things up on them. So you'll have to make sure you get your bearings, as what you were previously using to navigate by may not be there next time. So the point of that, because I couldn't find the official statement where they were saying Brainiac will be the final, I think I have it, basically them saying that Brainiac will be the he will be in-game content, kind of like in and I hate to bring this up because I know a lot of people hated it, but in Marvel's Avengers, Monica Rappaccini was a recurring boss in a lot of those DLCs to come out. Brainiac will be the same thing. This is what the devs had to say about Endgame. So someone asked, what will Endgame be like? So one of them said, I love this question because Endgame is one of the things that I'm most excited about to share with you all. But I'm also worried that I'm going to get tackled by our community team for writing an essay on this topic, so I'll break it down into smaller segments. After you've completed the main story, Endgame is a huge, constantly evolving and challenging experience for you to put your skills to the test. Our core philosophy for Endgame was essentially mastery of your character, traversal, talents, enemy types, mission mechanics, and of course, your choice of build. And as the difficulty increases, you will have to find new builds to overcome the challenge. That's why we have 3 distinct tiers of infamy sets in Endgame, all themed around an iconic DC character. For launch, that character is Bane, and his infamy sets are all themed around different ways of dominating your enemies and harnessing the chaos around you. Golly, I cannot read. So that was really interesting. So that's another video I'm gonna make. It's gonna be a separate video when it comes down to like the game and the weapon builds and stuff like that, because that's like a whole other rabbit hole. Like, I can't wait to jump down. But like I read in the last one, this open world that we will be traversing through and experiencing, it's alive and it will be evolving. And that's one thing that deals with Brainiac. So it says, well, we have a somewhat chaotic game with constantly changing battlefield with lots of things going on. The game is frantic and fast-paced, and we've purposely made it to feel like the squad is always surrounded and in the middle of the chaos, and mastery of the game comes from you harnessing the chaos and using it as one of your strengths, turning the very thing Brainiac is throwing at you right back at him. Because our game is chaotic, and because we wanted our end game to lean into build construction as well as mastery of mechanics, we made our end game evolve around a core backbone of mission types that provide a more predictable experience and challenge. But that doesn't mean that Brainiac is going to sit back and let you go head to head with his forces without throwing a spanner in the works, or that you know what's going to happen in each mission. Brainiac keeps evolving his forces throughout Endgame, and you'll have to adapt your builds to match this. So one thing that I have to say is it's curious, but they decided to go ahead and put out a little hint as to what will be coming. And I don't know if this is going to be one of the DLC characters to come out. And I know this has a lot of fans scratching their heads. We got a picture of the Daily Planet, but the Daily Planet was redecorated, shall I say. And it looks like Joker is back, but not in the sense that we know, because as far as we know, Joker's supposed to be dead in the Arkhamverse. But in one of those things that I've read, it did say that he was pulling things from other worlds. Brainiac has the technology to do that, pull things from, like, open up rifts and pull things from other, like, dimensions and worlds and things like that. We will be seeing other characters from different dimensions and things like that, which probably would that's the reason why I brought in that's the reason why I brought up that comment, because I wanted to go ahead and say out in the video, I don't think Brainiac will be the final boss of this game. Brainiac will be one of the things that keeps this game coming, and we will be constantly having to find new ways and new characters to bring the fight to Brainiac, which I think is cool. Instead of trying to bring like a million different other villains and things like that, and bringing back, I mean, who knows? He probably will end up bringing heroes from other dimensions. We may end up seeing Aquaman and Martian Manhunter and things like that, because this is what Brainiac is doing, and I think it's really cool. And in reference to the Joker that's supposed to be coming to this game, it says, here's what I think Miller posted this. He said, here's what I know about Suicide Squad Kills Justice League Joker. He is really Jack Oswald White, not an imposter or someone else wearing the Joker mantle. He lost his left leg above the knee. I don't know why. He's the last surviving human from his universe where Brainiac won. He was a member of that universe's Task Force X. Brainiac currently has him under captivity as part of his collection and is running experiments on him. So that's one thing that's interesting. So I feel like that would be probably a mission, probably like post-launch content, DLC content, where we'll end up having to go onto Brainiac's ship to rescue the Joker. And it has me wondering, like, Harley's dynamic about that, Harley's entire demeanor when it comes down to saving the Joker, because this isn't her Joker. will she jump at the chance, or will she like? I just feel like, or will she like, you know, kind of resent him because, you know, that's not the one that I knew. That's not the one that we went through. And that's what she went through all the stuff with in all of the Arkham games that we played. And I think that that sets up a really good story. But I'm going to continue here, and it says he was. Hack is one to phase him over to Earth 1. His melee weapon is a mace. It's an ornate cane with a spiked boxing glove on the end of a retractable chain. He uses bombs to launch himself into the sky and floats on the air current with the umbrella, kind of like Breath of the Wild. Congratulations, you brought in the most dangerous man in two dimensions. Seems he was already recruited for their Task Force X. Frontline operative, a Suicide Squad of 1, Amanda Waller. I just think it's interesting. So, guys, we will have a lot to do at the end of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And personally, I can't wait to jump into it all because I don't know. I've mentioned this before. These games excite me because there's always something new. And there's always new ways to kind of build your character, build the character that's in the game the way that you want. If you want to make a melee base, you can. If you want to make them range base, you can. It's up to you. And I personally, I love those things. They keep me invested into games, especially when content is going to be launching almost every other month or every 3 months and things like that. But if the devs can pull this off and actually like drop content for their game and fix their game if case bugs happen and things like that, devs are actually passionate about their project, this game would be alive for a very long time. But you guys post comments down below about what you guys think of everything that I've stated today, what you guys think of Brainiac being a recurring boss, a recurring villain. I feel like Brainiac is probably going to end up being a raid, like in Dragon Ball, how we had raids, or Dragon Ball Universe 2, how we had raids, but you know, it's really just taking down damage, and you had a time limit, and you had to do a certain amount of damage within the time limit, and if you did, you got specific items and things like that, cosmetics and new skills and stuff like that. I wonder if that's probably one of the things that they're gonna do, but we're not gonna 100% beat him, because if Brainiac is beat at the end of the game, then what of in-game content? How does Brainiac? Because that's really just a competent thing. You know, how will we continue this game without Brainiac, and how will Brainiac's forces still be alive without Brainiac? Brainiac controls them all, so how would Brainiac would have to still be an entity that we still have to, you know, fight off. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about everything that I went over in this video, and if you guys are excited about this game, I'm pretty damn excited. We have probably like 16 days before everybody who got the deluxe edition is able to hop on, and I got the deluxe edition, so I will be playing. I don't know if I'll be doing the story on here, but I know for a fact I will be dropping videos of me just playing the game and just having fun with the game. But if you guys enjoy this content, go ahead and like, subscribe if you haven't already. I just be having fun. I be talking about games and just hyping up, being hyped, because it's just fun. Games are just fun, regardless of whether other people like it or not, and things like that. I enjoy games, and I hope you guys do too, because it's what I'm here for. It's been real. I will be dropping more videos after this. I know last week was a little hard for me. I'm just getting back into doing my YouTube thing, but I'm gonna try to get back and do the things that I need to be doing and drop my videos like I should be. But I appreciate everybody, the patience, the love, all that good stuff. It's been real. Let's go. Chris is out. Peace.